All right, all right. Happy Tuesday, everybody. I think today's Tuesday. Yeah, today's the days are running together.
It is Tuesday.
It is Tuesday. Yeah, we're man, it's wow. What a wild night last night. I mean, it's like every fucking day we got more and more coming from this Stonkbroker ecosystem, Kenny. It's just even Robinhood everywhere. There's so many good plays out there right now. Whether you're on ETH or Sol or NFTs are popping, the vibes are up, people are making money. It's a good time. Good time. GM Kyle, it looked like a nice glass of water you have there.
Yeah, it is. I'm getting hydrated, man. I had to go try to wear the dogs out before the space as usual, but you can hear they are still stirring. Hopefully they'll settle soon.
You don't believe in ice in your water?
No. What?
Really? You don't put ice in
No,
water?
dude.
Oh my
No.
God.
Let me tell you something. I don't believe in ice at all, sir. There's no such thing as being illegal on stolen land. Let me fucking tell you anyway.
Oh my God. Kenny Powers, GM, sir. What's crack-a-lacking?
Yeah, what up? What up, Cheese? Everything's good, man. Another day. A lot of opportunities coming up today, so log the fuck in, bro.
A fuck ton. A fuck ton of opportunities today. Guys, if you have any questions, please put them down in the comments. We will try and get to them when Pump and Dump Profit comes in. So he's going to be in here shortly. We're going to be talking about TickerYard and a lot of other things going on in the stockbrokers ecosystem on Robinhood. Got quite a bit of stuff to cover. I'm hoping Simple Farmer will also drop by so we can talk a little bit about Up and the Launchpad as well. So a lot of stuff to get to. Kenny, do you want to kind of run through just real fast some market stuff? How are we looking on this fine Tuesday?
Yeah, so looking, coming into the day, major's still a little bit red. Bitcoin back down to 63.8, down about 1.45%. You got ETH at 1875, down about 1%, and Solana sitting at $75.21, down about 1.3. So majors not doing all that great, but that doesn't mean on-chain activity isn't heating up. And let me tell you something, it sure as hell has really starting to heat up. We're getting runners every day. And none more so than in the stockbroker ecosystem. Obviously, their partnership with Up came out yesterday. That chart went fucking nuts. Was sitting around 10 cents, ran up to about 52 or 55 cents at one point. It's currently sitting right around 40 cents. But yeah, I mean, there's just a lot of plays happening on multiple chains. Solana starting to heat up, Pump Fund. Back to respectable numbers as far as like trading volume goes, active users. You're seeing the metrics going up on Pump Fund in a really nice way. So things are heating up on the Solana ecosystem. Robinhood continues to stay very hot. I recently saw a post yesterday. Did you know that Robinhood was the number one chain, the number one L2 and blockchain revenue in July? Mind you, it's only been out for about a month, but already surpassed a Polygon chain base at 2.1, Polygon at 2.7. You got fucking Robinhood that did 3.6 mil in revenue, the highest L2 in July. Granted, again, it's only been around for a month. So, and if you go look at the TVL on Robinhood, it continues to go up over 600 mil right now. So, I mean, things are looking good there. You got FWA on a heater back up to almost 34 mil after, there was a little bit of FUD post, it got fudded down to about 6 mil. But since then, since the team, committed to doing 80% of their buybacks on the 80% of the revenue that they make on buybacks of FWA, since then has run from 6 mil back up to it hit like 35, 36 mil this morning. So, I mean, there's just plays left and right. Meme coins are heating up, utility plays. I mean, there's just a lot of opportunity right now, and it feels good because you can really sense people are starting to, trade again, and that's good.
Yeah. The Beeple thing was pretty funny. Let me go to it. The everyday that he did last night. That was
Can you get that on screen? I don't know if I saw this.
Yeah, hold on. Let me get it. I'm getting it up now.
Tell me you didn't besmirch our founder with a bunch of dicks all over the place or something.
No, this was fake world asses. Yeah, so yeah, pretty good stuff. I've seen some people say that a lot of the chart for early on for FWA was kind of like a scam pump. And it wasn't a scam pump, but it was a marketing chart.
Yeah, well, I mean,
to drag everybody in.
the only way you could get exposure to FWA was by going in and actually participating, playing the gotcha game, right? And then choosing whether you wanted to take ETH, the NFT, or you could take FWA allocation, right? So like that was the only way to get it. So like their emissions, they were making a lot of money in that first few weeks, you know, because the on-chain activity on their platform went through the roof, right? And they were just making a shitload of money. And yeah, that
hey, we hit I hit like a little bit more than a 2x live on the stream when I did that. So I ended up selling it a little bit after the stream, but still did pretty well on it. You know, kind of caught the top. It was like 36 mil, but where's it at now? You said it's
at like 33 mil.
Okay, so it's still a little bit less than where I had ended up selling at. So yeah. Well, we'll see what's happening. What else is happening in other NFTs, but besides the stockbroker ecosystem of things that are out? What else?
Yeah, the
is
big
going
news coming out this morning. So Cole, everybody knows Cole is launched his collection of.
Some people might not. Cole being the original, just for clarity's sake, Cole being the original creator, founder of Pudgy Penguins.
Yes.
Just for those that don't know. But anyway, go ahead.
Yeah, I mean, he's got kind of a bad rep on Twitter. He's known to be, you know, a little bit grifty, a little bit of a scammer. Well, you know, and he kind of faded away over the past year. He really didn't see him too much on the timeline. Recently came back to the timeline and said he was going to drop a NFT collection on Robinhood. 44,444 NFTs. Now, mind you, this thing minted out in the middle of the night, or I guess early Tuesday morning, right? At least here stateside. It was around 2 a.m. my time. Minted out a 44,444 collection at $17 a pop, which to me, when I'm looking at it as an outsider looking in, and I'm going, okay, you minted out a 44,000 collection at $17 a pop
like
in the middle of the night.
Bro.
Yeah, in the middle of the morning on a Tuesday morning at like 2, 3 in the morning. How's that even possible? I don't know. I feel like something is very sus about this project. Who the fuck was up minting that?
Yeah, I don't know. I woke up and seen it all, and I was like, what the fuck? When did this launch? And the wild thing was, I think it was just Pudgy Penguins, but it may have been other collections because I was eligible because of the stockbrokers. And there's a certain trait called enhanced. Bro, the floor price on these were selling for over 0.8 ETH a piece. Just 5 hours ago. I'm looking at sales right now. 5 hours ago, somebody paid
0.84 now.
Yeah. But so there's 3 different phases: enhanced, divine, standard. Yeah, I don't know, man. A lot of fucking volume, though. 300.
The thing about these, though, look at the holder distribution.
Yeah,
I gotta scroll forever to get to a wallet that has less than 100 of these.
I think there's a burn mechanism with them. And that's why there's
maybe there is, but that is insane. I mean, there is so many wallets that have so many of these damn things. I don't know, man. I did not see, and look, CT ain't everything, right? But I did not see the sentiment around this to make people want to spend this kind of money on holding this many of these things. I just haven't.
The unique ownership is 9.2%. That means there's just over 4,000. There's 4,086 holders of a 44,000 piece collection, right? So on average, everybody's got 10. You know, I don't know, man. It just doesn't. I don't know. Something feels a little bit off to me about it. But look, 382 ETH in secondary volume, already 720,000 in secondary volume. And less than, I mean, I don't even think it's been live for 12 hours.
I mean, the site looks pretty cool. There's different factions. There's weapons. There's dungeons. Maybe they're going to be fighting. I have the slightest clue. I don't know enough about the project. Everybody's basing it off of what Cole's done in the past. Maybe this is going to be something cool. Who the fuck knows? So I say let them cook until proven otherwise.
Right. Well, cook. But it's just funny because, like, wasn't on the timeline a whole lot. And then now that things are starting to heat up again, you're going to see.
It was on my timeline everywhere.
I didn't see it at all, personally.
Yeah. Well,
but my point is, you're going to start to see some familiar faces from the last cycle start to pop back up on your timeline and start shelling things. And yeah, just be wary. That's all I got to say.
Yeah. But either way, hey, GG's, the guy fucking minted it out. So we'll see what this ends up doing. Floor price is pretty low entry. I just think there's too many other plays. The attention is too focused on whatever's coming from this Launchpad tonight at 8 p.m. Eastern. And Simple Farmer is on right now with Serpent, but he did tell me he'll be in shortly after that. And then, like I said, we also have Pumping Up Profit coming in with TickerYard as well momentarily. Guys, we are live on Abstract, YouTube, Kick, and X if you would rather watch on video. And all these will be available, like I said, on YouTube for you to go check back out there. And if you're not in our Discord yet, you can go through the X link up at the top from that tweet, or go to rcweb3.xyz and you can find the link to the Discord there as well. So
tell you what, man,
what's up?
OpenSea is really struggling with listings. What were we looking at yesterday? Was it the Robo?
What the fuck was
Robo
that?
Brokers or something?
Robo Brokers, yeah.
And there was like the first 3 rows of listings were not even real listings. You couldn't buy them. Now, granted, there was a lot of transactions happening.
Yeah, that means
I'm looking at these. I guess, but I'm looking at these Fuegos. Like I've got a couple of these Fuegos. There's one on the floor right now that's really cool. I was going to buy it and sell one of my other ones.
Bro,
it won't let me buy it. This collection is not doing a bajillion transactions a second. In fact, it's not doing any transactions right now, hardly at all.
Kenny, what was the conversation we had this morning with this guy? We said,
I'm literally just trying to swap one for another, brother. But the point I'm trying to make is that the OpenSea needs to get its shit together, because it's lock-in season, and motherfucking I can't buy and sell shit when I want to, and I'm not happy about it.
Well, let me see which one you were going to buy off the floor. I'm imagining it's this guy right here.
Hold on, I'm curious. I'm going to try this one more time. Yeah, keep saying I have insufficient funds. No, that's not the one. Go back to the floor. I want to see if it's even showing on the floor on yours. Go up. Yeah, the one with the tuxedo.
Oh.
There's only like 108 of them with the tuxedo, and the white flame is the rarest of the flame.
Oh. Well, somebody go front run Kyle,
and then I'll sell it to you for 0.02 over.
I don't think it's a real listing. I don't think it's really listed. I think OpenSea is just glitching out egregiously across probably a lot of collections right now.
I have to convert. That's so wild, bro. Kenny, I thought on OpenSea, if I try and buy something, even if I don't have the currency, it will just automatically swap.
You're supposed to be able to do it with a meme coin. That's what they told us. You can spend meme coin money. Yeah, now, I actually have, this is a mainnet Ethereum collection. I have some residual mainnet ETH that I haven't bridged over to Robinhood yet. Let's see. What do I got? I have 0.0653 ETH sitting in mainnet ETH. This is NFT is half that. And it keeps saying I have insufficient funds.
I just bought
Finally, just disappeared. Did you really?
Yeah, I just bought it. So go weep.
Yeah, you did.
Go weep the other one, and I'll fucking send you this one.
All right, dope, dude. I don't know why.
Not, I'm about to cheat this bitch.
Mine is like locked up. Yeah, hold on. I'll send you money here in a second. In
fact,
I'll send you money right now, and then I'll go cheat another one here in a minute.
I paid 0.0334. The price is 0.0664.
Oh, hey, you know what? It's great to have you in the Fuego community, my brother.
But cheat this bitch. Just send me your wallet, and then I'll send it over. Kenny,
I'm about to send you ETH. So
yeah. What else do we have real quick before we get? Oh, I did put a poll at the top. It's nothing serious, just having a little bit of fun. Which project on the Stonkbroker Launchpad do you think has the most success in the next few weeks? If you've got a thesis, drop it in the comments. What are you betting on and why? So I have Clock In, Yard, Sleuth, and Oakmont Vault. Oakmont Vault struggling. It's only 2.8%, Kenny. And Sleuth,
there's just not a whole lot of information around it right now. So it's still, I don't think people are fully understanding what the project is going to be. So that doesn't surprise me.
Yeah, exactly. So Slew said 2.6%. I mean, 5.3. Yard, which I hope after listening to the team, this one gets ran up because right now it's at 38.8%. And then clock in 53.3%. And I know, man, both of these, Yard and clock in, there's a lot of people watching both of these today. I do want to remind everyone, and I will fucking remind you multiple times, I have tweets pinned up there at the top. They do have a Telegram. Like, please, please, please make sure you are following official links. You're using the official CA. Kyle, I think, almost got this morning with a fake yard. This guy's like, geez, man, this thing's worth like $280.
Oh my God.
And I'm like, no, bro, don't watch your Fuegos. And he's like, I don't know, man. I can do this and buy more Fuegos. But either way, yeah, everybody just be fucking safe is all I'm saying.
There is going to be a lot of scammy shit going on. I mean, look, it's time to just be aware. I mean, it is lock-in season. Not just today is not going to be unique or special in any capacity. Every single thing that you're going to be excited about over the coming 6 to 12 months, there's going to be a bajillion copy pasta scams coming your way. People are going to be sending you links. People are going to be sending you DMs. People are going to be sending you CAs. Verify all, go to official accounts, verify official links. Do not get got.
Yeah.
There are sharks in this water, folks. Be careful.
Well, look at the top of the stream. It literally says question, think, verify. That's all you got to do. All right. There's another post up there at the top, a couple. One from Kook, one from Sammy. Both of them kind of give a decent little breakdown. I really like the content that Sammy's putting out on the timeline. He breaks down the difference. You know, he talks about people thinking that is a nail in the coffin for Manser with Up being launched last night. And it's not at all that. There's a really good breakdown there from Sammy there that breaks down pretty much all three, Up, Manser, and TickerYard. He says Up is the liquidity plus exchange venue. Manser is execution plus aggregation. And TickerYard equals cross-chain routing. So, but definitely go give it a read and give it a like, unless like I did not do yet. But I really want to hold off on Up until Simple comes in here. But right now he's trying to get his ethos score up. So he looks a little bit better on the timeline.
I haven't heard people talk about ethos much lately.
I know
he's been on a world tour of spaces. You know, and rightfully so. Look, the momentum around stockbrokers right now is at all-time high. And, you know, he's really figured this, you know, interesting way of tying DeFi and NFTs back together. Look, DeFi back in 2017 was the hottest fucking meta ever, bro. And people cooked on DeFi, you know, in that second cycle of crypto. And then it just kind of had a fallout. So it's interesting to see this like resurgence of, you know, this wanting of, you know, people wanting to get back into DeFi in a very novel way, you know, tied into these
NFTs. Yeah.
Right.
And that's what Sammy says at the bottom of this post. And I'm telling y'all, go check this shit out. It's really good stuff. Sammy ended it with Stonkbrokers is quietly assembling the full market stack around the NFT, and each new piece makes the others more useful. So, like, I mean, that's a strong statement because that's what Simple Farmer is doing. And then I could see him doing this around the marketing side and in literally making the whole entire ecosystem of clutch markets and stockbrokers a one-stop shop for anything and everything you need to do.
Yeah, and you know, the thing is, like, in regards to these special projects like Manser, you know, and then you have Up, and then you're going to have TickerYard. They all kind of go hand in hand in different aspects of this like DeFi economy, right? And you know, they all complement one another in a unique way that, you know, if you can build this community, right, and everybody's using the tools within the ecosystem, like rising tide lifts all boats, everything's going to go up together, you know? So like having exposure to these projects within the ecosystem is probably one of the best ways to do well in this upcoming cycle. I think it's still relatively early in Stonkbroker. I mean, it's performed extremely well. In what, 4 weeks it's been around, maybe going on 4 weeks. It's just getting started. Obviously, with the Up partnership and the Launchpad for the Stonkbroker Launchpad, providing deeper liquidity on these pools, locking up token. I mean, there's just so many aspects to it that are bullish for the overall ecosystem. I think it's going to be a continued cook for the foreseeable future.
Yeah, and surprisingly, yesterday when Up dropped, I sold a Mancer. I had 2 Mancers. I sold 1 Mancer, but the NFTs only dropped like 0.1. The chart dropped very little. So people didn't really rotate a lot of money from one to the next. Now we're going to see what happens today. Everybody's going for clocked in. Everybody's trying to, get the 300,030 tokens to grab one of the 3,333 NFTs for TickerYard. So it's going to be a race.
Yeah, no, look, I think Mancer is doing way better than my expectations in the sense of they still have, Michael still hasn't launched the DEX, which is supposed to be the #1 revenue source for Mancers, right? And people are going to be using the DEX. Fees are going to be redistributed back to, Mancer, activated Mancer NFTs, right? So and the fact that it's holding 8.5 mil FDV with no functional product yet, that's out there. This is all just based on hype and speculation.
Didn't you say
it's held up extremely well, is all I'm saying.
Yeah, didn't you say, what was it? I'm seeing Adam Weitzman's already in. So the slop daddy has attracted Adam Weitzman. Didn't you say he put something out this morning insinuating that that something was coming like pretty soon?
Yeah, he had tweeted this morning. He decided to get the first release out to you guys. So it feels like, we're going to get this V1 version of the DEX coming out relatively soon here is what I think.
Yeah. Did you happen to catch Simple Farmer yesterday on Rasmer's space or on his
I did.
stream? Was there any key takeaways from that?
The one thing that he talked about, which I was like, really caught my attention was, Rasmer basically asked him, is there any plan to launch future another collection for stockbrokers, for the people who missed the play or are priced out of stockbrokers? Because look, let's not lie.
We're going to bring this back up. I remember now. We're going to bring this back up when Simple Farmer gets his ass in there.
13 ETH to get a stockbroker right now. You're looking at, over $25,000 just to dip your toes in the ecosystem. And he mentioned, that there's a possible scenario where you get interns, right? So they're going to be stockbroker interns. And each stockbroker will be allocated 2 interns, which are going to act as NFTs and basically get a portion of the rev share that goes back to stockbrokers. So, for anyone who missed stockbrokers, there's a potential to possibly mint a new collection called the Interns. And we can dive into that with Simple Farmer because, dude, Rasmus was like, is that going to happen? And he didn't say no, but he didn't say yes, but he kind of gave a smile like, this possibly could be coming. So something to keep your eye on.
That would be pretty dope. Like, how many people in here listening right now, just drop the word yes or put a thumbs up. Would you actually go try and grab an intern off secondary or try and mint one if you had to burn a small amount of stockbroker token? Like, I mean, bro, that could get really interesting. I want to see what people's reactions would be, because
I absolutely would.
Yeah,
I've been coping since I didn't burn my my pump cups to begin with. Well, absolutely, dude. Please give me the chance to run it back.
Yeah,
please, Jesus.
Well, because I mean, imagine if I'm earning whatever I'm earning with my stockbroker, and maybe an intern is tied to a stockbroker, Kenny. Like, what if there's X amount of stockbrokers, but then, like, say I get 6, I sell them, but those stockbrokers are still in a way connected to my activated brokers or something like that to where they're earning based off of what I'm doing. You know what I mean? I don't know how you would do that, but
yeah, I'm not exactly sure how it would work in a sense, but what he did kind of allude to was that there would be 2 per stockbroker. So you're looking at a 8,888 size collection that, could or could not be coming. But I mean, it is pretty exclusive to get into stockbrokers right now.
Does that dilute the ecosystem though? Does that hurt the stockbroker floor?
Well, no, not if you have to burn stockbroker to get the intern, right? If anything, maybe dilutes distribution a little bit, but with burning of stockbroker token, I mean the chart will fucking send, bro.
Yeah.
Because the circulating supply is going to be so low. Every time a new launch happens, it's using stockbroker as the LP. If you mint these, potential interns, that's more burned stockbroker supply. So I mean, we're talking about a very rapid pace of burn, stockbroker token, which creates, with any buy pressure, could send the chart like just ridiculously, bro.
Yeah.
So yeah, I don't know. He's figured out a very novel way to really kind of put the pumponomics on the token.
Yeah, I mean, bro, that'd be really, really cool to see some little mini cheese brokers in my wallet. Pumping the bags.
I don't think they're called cheeseburgers, just FYI.
I thought that's what you just called them. 8,888 little cheese brokers.
No, did not say that at all.
Well, we try. You can't fault me for that. What else did he? Anything else out of that stream? Should people go back and watch it?
I thought it was a really good stream because he kind of breaks things down into layman's terms. Because Rasmus was unfamiliar with how the ecosystem worked. He talked about the different projects. He talked about Manser extensively. And what it brings to the table, and just kind of broke down the functionality of all these projects and what they're going to be doing, and how everything works hand in hand together. Like these special projects are being hand selected, picked, as part of the infrastructure, and creating this, and community economy where they all work hand in hand with one another. So yeah, I mean, it was a really good watch. It's about 15-20 minutes long. It's a good conversation.
All right, well, good. Yeah, and I like when these other creators are finding out what the ecosystem's about. Another good one that you guys need to pay attention to as well is Greeny and Craig. They do a stream later in the evening. On top of Greeny's a great trader, but on top of that, Simple Farmer's been jumping in a lot of those streams. So I would suggest you guys, pay attention to that, because, bro, you really never know when he's gonna drop any type of alpha, and he's really trolling everybody. He did an update on the Launchpad. I think it's been there, but the time's changing from like 6 days to 2 hours to, I mean, now we're 9 hours away, Kenny, 8.5 hours out from this launching. So it's going to be a fucking interesting night. I told my daughter, I said, I'm clocking in. You better clock out. Don't come in here. Don't ask for nothing. Unless I can do whatever you need me to do from this office.
If you ain't squirting blood, don't bother me.
Exactly. So, but we'll see. We'll see what happens tonight, man. I know we're going to be in the Reality Check Discord. I know we'll probably be in VC. Shit'll be going wild. So, as soon as we get any CAs or see anything, we're obviously going to be dropping it in there. So, like I said, everybody's welcome in there. If you come in there and you're a dick, you're going to get kicked out and you're going to get banned from the Discord. So, just be a good human and you can hopefully make a little bit of money.
By the way, there is a nice little red candle on up right now. I don't know if that's a buying opportunity or not. I'm not a TA guy, but nice little red candle if someone's looking for entry.
Digital Trophy said, think about it. 3,333 333 stockbroker for an intern. I wonder why that'd be half. But bro, that's still $10,000. What do you think about that, Kenny?
Half it ain't cheap, bro.
That's not a cheap entry.
No, I feel like if you're gonna mint a new collection, you can't. I don't know. You gotta, if you want to keep the goodwill of the community, right? You have to give people the opportunity to get an entry. People have to at least have the opportunity to get an entry at a good price, even if they're not quick enough. The opportunity has to be there. If it's just a money grab, people won't like it.
Bro, that is almost exact. It's like almost what Adam Weitzman just paid for like his whole bag. He activated all 61 brokers to the base level. That was like $2 million. More than that, because then he bought the 61, which was well over $1 million. So yeah, that's, I mean, so at 333,333 Stonkbroker token for 8888 is $2.9 million. That would be burned off the chart. Or that'd be hold on, I'm all fucked up. That'd be
welcome back to Jesus Does Math.
See, let me get my big calculator. Hold on. That would be 2,900,000 fucking tokens. God almighty, I'm all fucked up. Holy shit. No, I'll do let me do the mathematics here. I need a little calculator fucking noise. Where that's at. Oh,
I think you missed your calling as a math teacher,
yeah, I know. And I probably butchered this too, because that says it's $113 million. Did we no fucking way, bro? Probably, I don't know. Yeah, I should. You know, I was gonna be a substitute teacher when my daughter was younger, in elementary, and they wanted me to go sign up and be a sub just so I could fill in for the gym teacher. Could you imagine me as your fucking substitute gym teacher?
Yeah, you'd be like Kenny Powers in Eastbound and Down as a fucking substitute gym teacher, bro. Telling kids to fuck off.
Bro, I would have so much fun. Every day would be fucking dodgeball if I was a substitute teacher, and I would be in there lighting those little fucking kids up. I'm talking about fucking just like to the face every time. Actually, if you hit someone in the body, you're out. If you don't hit them in the face with the ball, then that's the only way like you get to play. So yeah, I'd probably only have that job for, just a little bit, but we'll see. Any chance to get a TG invite for the clock in? I'm out. You got motherfuckers messaging everywhere. Oh, and another thing, if you come into Reality Check Discord and start DMing people, I'm kicking you the fuck out too.
I literally left my DMs open in that Discord just for motherfuckers that want to come into a Discord and start sending scammy DMs. If you come in there and you send me a DM, I will ban you. I will ban you.
All right, Kenny, hold on. Here's a Avi Crypto said, I don't think interns would be a new mint. A stockbroker gets its deposits, I guess, and splits into multiple, from what I understand. Huh? That don't make no sense. Then how do other people get to buy into that? I don't know. We need the man to come in and talk about that. I don't know where in the flying hell the yard boys are. Need to figure that out. Kenny, what else is going on? I'm gonna try and reach out and see what's going on. See if we can get them in here and see what's happening.
Yeah, I mean, other than that, just on-chain metrics going up. A lot of split opinions on what's the best place to trade coins right now. Obviously, you got the pump fund FOMO wars happening. KOL is getting paid egregious amounts of money to trade exclusively on one platform or the other. I've seen some as getting paid as high as $30,000 to come over to Pump Fund and trade over there. But yeah, it feels like a turf war, bro. We're in like the fucking meme coin trading platform turf wars right now. So I'm curious to see who comes out on top. But yeah, I you monitor both of them. I don't really have a preference on one or the other. One thing I will say about FOMO is like slippage is kind of bad over there. You get Mev butted on FOMO quite a bit as well too. So, you know, like as far as like price impact and where you buy things, I think Pump Fund probably has better fills than FOMO. But FOMO is really, you know, an interesting place to monitor because so many people on there. And, you know, again, I monitor it more so for sentiment on tokens. People drop a lot of posts over there, theses on tokens. It can really keep you in the loop. You know, if you go to Deck Screener and you're trying to find out information about a token, you got to search, you know, it has a tab where you can search X for the ticker or the contract address and kind of try and scour through that information through Twitter. Whereas, you know, you can go on to FOMO and you can see people's full-on theses, links to post, you know, right underneath the coin. So the social aspect of that, and the ability to be able to kind of monitor token sentiment is a lot easier on FOMO, in my personal opinion. And that's what's interesting about that. But yeah, one thing I would say is like, you know, don't get caught up in the copy trading on these bigger accounts because they will use you as exit liquidity. Most likely.
Kenny, let me ask you this, unrelated, but I noticed this at the beginning of the space. I was going to bring this up at some point. How close are you following the Fed decision in September? Because I've been watching, I don't watch a lot of news. I mean, I get everything on Twitter news-wise, but I have been paying attention to Polymarket. And I noticed these percentages shifted today. The no change percentage was 64%. Now it's 59%. And the 25 BPS increase is up to 41% now. And I'm wondering if that correlates with like the little dipski I'm seeing on some of my coins. I'm going to look at BTC right now.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you know.
Oh, yeah, everything is fucking, everything is down only tech right now, apparently.
Oh, no, I'm looking at this sushi cat, and this motherfucker's ripping.
Well, I'm looking at BTC. I mean.
Yeah, it's not great. Look, you know, ideally we get no rate hikes. If anything, we get a rate cut. But I mean, the situation, you know, the economic situation determines what the Fed does, right? And, you know, if things aren't great. Now, look, you'll get pushback from Trump. Obviously, going into midterms, he wants the economy kind of running as pristine from the optics side of it. He wants it to look like everything's doing well, the economy's doing well, try and get some of those, you know, on the fence voters to vote Republican. But I don't necessarily know if that's going to happen. Yeah, so look, you know, economically, like the national debt's at an all-time high. You know, you have the ongoing political turmoil or geopolitical turmoil with Iran. You know, that needs to get resolved before we can, you know, hopefully get some relief on this side of things. But yeah, we're just going to have to see how it plays out with midterms, you know, only a few months away.
My good buddy Wheels tweeted a second ago, failed founders rushing to Robinhood chain and cashing in on the coattails of real builders. I commented, name names. He commented with the screenshot of Zach XBT calling out Cole.
Yeah, I can't see none of his stuff because he blocked us many moons ago.
I can see his posts now, but I can't have like noties on or follow him or anything. Yeah, because I'm also blocked. But
yeah, I never did that. Bro, I'm not sure where the TickerYard team is. Kenny, do you want to kind of go over this? I know you've been diving into it a lot more than I have. Let's start yapping about it and see when he's coming in. He might just be running a few minutes late.
Yeah, so I mean, this is definitely, you know, one of the special projects that, you know, if you've listened to Simple Farmer talk about, you know, these special projects, this is one that he's mentioned, you know, a few times over and over in different spaces. So I think it's high on his list of like high conviction projects coming into the ecosystem. But I mean, as far as like, you know, how much information I know on the launch side of things, the way it's going to work is basically, you know, in the previous, like with Mansers and with STONKBROKERs, you had to burn NFTs right? You had to burn pup cups to receive a stonkbroker. And on the Mancer side, you either had to burn slop, the ticker slop, ticker hodl, or the slonk NFT to get a whitelist spot or allocation of the NFT for Mancers. This is going to be launched totally differently, and it's the first project to launch in this kind of structure where basically they're going to launch the ticker first. It's going to start at 200K market cap, and you have to buy the token. So I believe the number is what, 330,000?
300,030, but we have the man here pumping up profit. He can probably give us a little bit more accurate breakdown, but I think you were right on point though, Kenny.
Well, yeah, let's hear from the man himself.
Yeah, what's happening, bro? GM, welcome in.
Hi everyone. Thanks for having me here. It's been quite a stressful and busy days nowadays. So.
Dude, I can only imagine. I mean, the hype around this project is pretty insane. Obviously, I'm sure you guys are overwhelmed at the response from crypto Twitter and the excitement and interest from the general public on this project. You want to talk a little bit about how things are going and where you guys are at right now?
Yeah, sure. Well, I'm gonna mention like I know like a lot of people, to be honest, like one of the things that surprised me the most is that most of people like were talking about like circulating supply or things like that. Like I don't think that's the relevant part of what is coming, to be honest, to the project. We have quite a busy 2 weeks coming now. Like, okay, let's say that today, if everything goes well and the final touches are set, the NFT collection will be live attached to the Yard token. But that's like the first thing. Like we are aiming to deploy the first product either this Friday or next Monday, depending, like we want to also like let people, try to assimilate everything that is going on. So like don't spam people with many products, many things at the same time, but also like keep a steady delivery. So like there's live products already. So our idea is today is the, like the NFT plus the token. Coming days, we are dropping a first. It's more like, it's not super relevant what we are gonna like deliver, but it's something that is super useful for the Robinhood and overall crypto community. That hopefully, like, at least for me, makes things easier. Like one of the first UX breakouts that normally, when you are going for a new chain is like, it's like aggregators. That's something that Solana shared is super nice. I think the Mancer team is working on that too. So hopefully, like, they will help the EVM ecosystem. We will also help a bit in that aspect without overlapping Mancer at all. This is just pure routing solution for the trenches. And then let's talk about like the important thing, right? Like that I think is something most people are overlooking. Our idea, our vision, and when I say our, is because like I've worked a lot with Simple Farmer, and we discuss a lot on like what are the next steps on the project, is how we make things easy, in order to move assets cross chain. Like that's one of the like the $1 billion question that has been going in the latest years, right? Like how do we move liquidity in a seamless manner for everyone? So that's what is coming. We are working on a protocol for phase 1 where we should be able to grab a lot of new assets that are missing currently in the Robinhood chain, and at the same time we will be able to provide liquidity to other chains, coming from the stocks that are in the Robinhood chain already. So
now you're saying, so basically what TickerYard is going to end up doing is if somebody's trying to buy something within the ecosystem and they have Solana, or if they have AVAX or anything like that, if they want to trade stocks, tokenized stocks, like this is where TickerYard's cross-chain capabilities are going to come in?
Let's say that it's not like trading wise, okay. It's routing. Like we want to allow people to trade illiquid assets in any chain, right? Like let's say that there's, like for example, right now let's say that there's no BTC, for example, in a given chain. we want to allow people, to be able to still go with BTC in the chain, so they don't have to breach, they don't have to have the feeling that they are breaching, and they don't have the feeling, that they are moving to a different chain. That's the idea.
Nice. Yeah, then, I mean, that'll be great and seamless.
The idea then is like, then Manser or any other aggregators will work on top of that, so they can offer different products to the users. That's one of the visions. Yeah.
Yeah, because I keep going back to this same post, and tell me what you think of this. And I don't know if you've seen it from OX Sammy, but he says up is the liquidity plus exchange venue, Manser is execution plus aggregation, and then TickerYard equals cross chain routing.
That's quite a good approach, to be honest. From everything that I've read these days, I think that's quite decent.
Yeah, and he's been pumping out some pretty good content and kind of showing because at the end of this, he says Stonkbrokers is quietly assembling the full market stack around the NFT, and each new piece makes the other ones more useful. So it is kind of turning into a full stack, like everything within the Anvil and Stonkbrokers ecosystem. It seems like Simple Farmers grabbing all these pieces and pulling in all these devs that have the missing piece for each flywheel to continue working together.
Yeah, I think people are still missing one thing. I've known Simple Farmer way earlier, way earlier than even when he was in the Ape Chain community and when he was head of DeFi there. And he knows a lot of people. He knows a lot of because he's been doing lots of other projects. So now that he has finally, he always had the mindset, and he always had the knowledge on how things should go towards crypto. And now he finally got the attention. So he's using all the network, he's using me, he's using other devs that he met in the past. And, he's assembling basically he's taking over a bit on how the ecosystem should look like now in Robinhood. So I think there's many more things to come. The guy doesn't sleep literally. I don't know how.
I know.
And people should expect that there are many more things, and that the Stonkbrokers ecosystem is going to grow quite a lot in the incoming months.
Yeah. So you're saying he's assembling the DeFi Avengers? Is that what it is? Technically,
you can call it like that.
Yeah. So what would your character be? Who would you be? What would your superpower be? I mean, you're kind of green. You got a green stockbroker on. So are you the Hulk, or what are we talking here?
That's a good question. I don't know, to be honest, how to reply.
God damn, bro. See, look, that was going to be a meme. All you had to do was give me a name, and then boom, there would have been another meme launch tonight. Yeah, DM me any pictures of your cats, dogs, or favorite animals, just a picture of you with it, and then we're good. Yeah, and that's there's so much attention here, and I think that's a good thing. I was talking to Simple Farmer about that on a call that, in cycles in the past, there were so many great devs that were building great products, and guys from TradFi and DeFi as well, but it didn't make sense because other narratives had taken over, and whether it was gas fees were too expensive, or the space just wasn't technically ready for it. And now I think Robinhood's kind of opened the door for that. And like you said, Simple Farmers grabbed enough attention where now people are focused on utility driven projects rather than the next pumpy meme. Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I totally agree. And to dox a bit myself, as you mentioned, my in real life experience during my career is I'm a software engineer, and I've been working in finance for many years at this point. So I think lots of people that I met in finance that were looking towards crypto had this feeling on how can we bring some TradFi style value to the end retail users of crypto. And at first it was quite hard because trenches are super hard. Crypto is quite attention economy. But now that stonebrokers created this new meta. Like now, I think a lot of people, like from that were like maybe stepping out of the industry or were not, like pushing themselves to them. I think now they are having the opportunity to build like real products like that will success.
Yeah, and I think a lot of them are going to come to this Launchpad via stockbrokers, because it's there's no way Robinhood's not paying attention. There's no way all these other founders on all these other chains are not paying attention to seeing what's happening. We're seeing so many different collections that are trying to mimic what is being built over here, and most of them are failing. Kenny, wasn't there something launched yesterday on BNB that was like BNB brokers or some shit like that? It's all over the place.
Yeah, there's been a lot of copy pasta happening. People trying to replicate the model that Simple Farmer has created. So, there are many attempts have happened already.
So a little bit about tonight. I think Kenny was right. It was 300,000, 30 tokens per keeper NFT. And then at that point, as you said, products will be rolling out over the course of a few weeks. How soon, and I know it's probably impossible because everybody inside the Telegram is asking the same question. What would you say timing wise is looking like post the Launchpad going live? What would you like to see happen once that happens? Are we talking immediately after it goes live? An hour, 2 hours?
So like, I don't know, like there's this thing like, I already stated that like we are going through the Anvil. We are not going through the Launchpad.
Okay.
So like the only thing is that when we were discussing with Simple Farmer, there's few things that are coming to the Launchpad, like that made it interesting, like to put like the launches close enough. So like we are independent, so time frame wise, it's still TBD. I'm still waiting for the final touches of my designer for the NFT collection. So ideally, is somewhere around the incoming hours, but it's totally unrelated to the Launchpad. So like people should not be worried about Launchpad wise, because we are like, it's independent.
Yeah, so it's coming across just like Mansers. I'm sharing the stream right now, exactly. And you see Chain Mansers. Not only do they have the verified badge, they have the liquidity locked badge, but they also have the special projects badge. And you guys will have that as well, correct?
Yeah, we will have that, of course. And then I don't want to say anything because I don't know Simple Farmer what has said. So let's say that. Launchpad is going to be great still. So like, it's going to be great even if we launch before, after, during. So.
Okay. All right. So it's just going to happen today. So you got to just stay locked in.
Yeah. I'm sorry to not provide a.
No. It's 100% fine. Now,
it's quite hard.
The mystery is part of the fun.
Exactly. Hey, so one of your tweets though, you said, no whitelist, no snipers, no private round, no unlocks. What are you going to be doing to try and prevent sniping on this?
So, well, first things, like the 200K MCAP starting, it's already it is going to be a single-sided piece there. So that's already like not a sniper preventing by default, but at least will make things a bit more harder, like for scoping, like how AMMs work. So if they want to scope like big chunks, it's going to be quite difficult. And then I'm looking towards like putting some limits during the first minutes. So, like everyone can scoop a bit before, like taking over. It's going to be like few minutes, so we verify that they are not bots, they are all incoming people. But this is still work in progress so far. So
nice.
Also, likely, like like the idea is to publish everything in every channel, so people will have the opportunity, even though, you know, like it's quite hard. I know that there's a lot of attention. I know that there's going to be, you know, lots of bots, lots of people that are going to try, you know, to track my wallets and everything. So
yeah, well, I mean, I had the Telegram open earlier, and it's literally it's like you were quickly seeing contracts get posted and then pinned and then deleted. Like there are a lot of already tokens out there.
Kyle,
Bro,
I got airdropped a TickerYard token in my wallet. Obviously, a BS collection, but I'm assuming, you know, there's going to be multiple attempts of like these, you know, fake tickers coming out. You know, because
I got 50K yard.
Yeah, it's because it's such a hyped up project. You know, they're going to definitely. So, you know, my advice to anybody looking to, you know, jump in on TickerYard is, you know, only follow the official links, you know, and don't try and, you know, buy random tickers that are coming out, you know, with the ticker symbol yard.
Well, and don't interact with the scam ones that get airdropped in your wallet either.
Yeah, like I said, like there's no private groups, there's no KOL, there's no whitelist. So you just have to follow the X account, and in the X account, there will be at some point a post with the, you know, with the link to the unbuild, to the link to the collections, everything. So
nice. Yeah, I mean, I literally just have like multiple sites open. The Clutch Market, where I can see all the markets that are live anyways. Even if I can't catch the very pico bottom, I would rather make sure that I'm clicking the right CA, because every single X chat and Telegram and Discord is going to just completely melt once any of these CAs come out for any brand that's launching, you know, here soon. So you know, it's a, I'm sure it's really stressful what you guys are doing. I've never done this. I've never launched a coin, you know, to this scale and doing what you guys are about to do. So like, I mean, good luck with everything, because it's going to be a fucking ride, man. The next few weeks are going to be pretty insane for you guys. Once we start seeing the first products rolling out, we didn't really, I never did catch up on the white paper. I did see you post that. Is there something within the white paper that we haven't discussed?
Well, there's one thing that we are not, like, it's part of the white paper, and it's one of the big things that we want to say that is not liquidity related. It's more something that I wanted to do a few years ago, and now, you know, that we have more attention and everything, maybe it's a good time. The NFTs, you know, like are a bit different. Like they have some of the same mechanics as, you know, Mancer, STONKBROKERs have, but there's some novelty in them. And the idea is that I assume everyone here knows more or less what an intent is, right? And what keeper networks are. If not, quick overlook. In the EVM, you can sign an action that you delegate to someone, right? So let's say I want to buy Ethereum when it goes below, you know, 1800. You can sign that action. That action is, you know, like broadcasted to a network, and a bot called Keeper will take care of that, right? Awesome. These networks normally, you know, like either some are private, some require, you know, like a lot of technical knowledge and lots of many things. My idea with these NFTs is also, you know, to allow retail to be able to be the core part of the community, right? Like paraphrasing a bit of Vitalik, right? There's this article from Vitalik a few years ago where he talked about, you know, like, let's make everyone run a node even on their phones, right? So my idea is let's make everyone run, you know, part of the core infrastructure of the AVM without having the technical knowledge. And the idea is, you know, like these NFTs will be like the open door for that. Like there will be, you know, for keepers, you need to have bonds, you need to have reputation. So the idea is we will build some safeguard rails for these NFTs to build a reputation so people can, you know, like execute these actions and be part of the EVM, not only like by trading or not only, you know, by buying meme coins or selling, you know, but being part of the core infrastructure.
Yeah, and that's essentially how the rewards will be. The more active you are, the more you're contributing. I would imagine the rewards there are,
exactly.
Yeah.
And there will be some tiers. The first tier is going to be, you know, like everyone will be able to be part of the Keeper network for our system. So you can build volume and, you know, you can build a reputation. And as that grows, we will allow people, you know, to move to bigger Keeper networks, you know, where you can, of course, like make more volume, make more rewards, etc.
Now,
okay, yeah, that's
ahead,
because I was wondering. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Are there going to be, like, for example, you know, stockbrokers have 4 different tiers of activated stockbroker, Mancers as well. They kind of mimic the same model where, you know, you can burn more token to get to a higher tier, which, you know, the revenue share will be larger for the higher tiers. Are y'all modeling the same kind of structure for the activated NFTs?
So on the baseline is the same. As I said, like everything goes through the Unbuild. So yeah, we would have this 4-tier reward system. Then there will be some extra things for the people that, you know, like want to go that step ahead and go through the Keeper network. But essentially, yeah, you will have to like go through the tiers in order to also become part of the Keeper network.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, I'm super excited about this project. You know, because I mean, look, these are all part of the DeFi tool system, you know, and I feel Simple Farmer is doing a really good job of creating this ecosystem that all works hand in hand with one another. Any type of DeFi, you know, stuff you need to do, any type of actions you need to do within crypto, if it can all be kind of done within this ecosystem, you know, as a whole, the entire ecosystem will thrive, you know, alongside one another, you know. So very excited for this project.
Yeah, one last thing, if you don't mind.
Yeah,
because, like now that I've been talking about Keeper networks, some people might be thinking of Mancer because they are working on the Keeper network, right? Mancer has this model where the Keeper network rewards will go towards the NFT holders that are activated, right? One of my key values was to extend the Stockbroker cycle without overlapping with other products, right? Like I didn't want to do the same thing as Mancer is doing. And even though we are talking about keepers, like the business model and the way we introduce them is totally different. Like if people think of this, like our keepers could like be part of the Mancer Keeper network and share rewards between Mancer holders and TickerYard keepers, right? So
that's pretty dope. Yeah, because we haven't really seen a lot of I guess cross community rewards ecosystems yet out of this. You know, everybody's kind of rewarding their own, and if you can you know, if you can uplift Mancers and Mancers is uplifting Project X, and then it just continues snowballing, then I mean you know, each project that has a role in the ecosystem, why not reward those other different projects? You know what I mean?
Exactly. Yeah, like one thing that now I think is critical, like we are building a lot of things, we are having our own collections, but I think like the important part is that we are not extracting liquidity, right? It's not like TickerYard is extracting liquidity from stockbrokers, right? Like for example, TickerYard will share some of the fees with the stockbroker activated NFTs. So we are already like having a revenue stream for them. So the idea is that we collaborate with each other in a way, you know, like revenue is being shared across the entire, you know, products. So everyone wins.
I have another question here. Will Yard be on UpDex or Uniswap like Mancer is?
So that's one of the latest discussions we are having recently. I can't confirm anything yet because like this information came quite like last minute. So we are trying to think like what's the best approach.
Okay. Yeah, the Up announcement, is that right? Is that what you're referring to?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, because I mean, essentially, if everything's flowing through that, through Up, then I think that, I mean, that brings me right back to the post with Sammy, but he says Up becomes the exchange layer for stonkbrokers. The Stonk exchange plus launcher run on it, but you guys aren't running through the launcher. You're running through the Anvil. And I would imagine, you can still go through Up being on the Anvil.
Yeah, because Anvil has some limitations to that degree. What I can likely say is that at some point, for sure, we will have 100 like an LP on Up. What I cannot confirm yet is like will be like the only liquidity pool, or we will go with Uniswap and then open a new one in Up too. Like that's the thing that we are still like trying to figure out.
Yeah. And bro, it's shit moves so fast. That's the problem. Is like it's a good problem to have because there's no telling who Simple Farmer's talking to, who he's bringing on, what brands are coming in, and what other DeFi is going to get dropped tomorrow. It's just like every day is like Christmas morning, and there's some new plugin for the ecosystem, and it's very hard to stay on top of things. So, and then you from a building standpoint, I'm sure you guys were like, yeah, all right, we're ready to launch. This is what we're doing here, here, and here. And then you see Up come out and you're like, oh shit, well, hold on. Let's circle back.
As I said, like we had to change things because Manther was doing, like the Keeper network. So we changed our vision and we tried to like build something that can have some synergy with them. So that was a last thing minute we had to change. Now we have the Up thing. So like things move super fast. The ecosystem is growing at a speed that, like is quite complex to keep up. So that's why we also like don't deliver like timeframes or anything.
Yeah. No, and that's good though. But teams that, and I've always said this, teams that are able to adapt like under pressure and make some pivots. Like, I mean, bro, kudos to those types of builders because, a lot of people will get, they'll get kind of scared and be like, well, hold on, now we need to delay, for a month or 2 months, however long it takes. So yeah, GG's to you guys for just staying clocked in, as we say here. So that's good. Kenny, what other questions? What else didn't we cover?
No, I think we covered pretty much. I mean, I feel like I have a very good understanding of how it works. And we talked about the token launch, how the mechanics are going to work for the token launch. So I think we covered pretty much most of the information.
Nice. All right. Well, good. I thought Simple was going to come in. Kyle, is he still on that stream with, can you check?
Serpent?
Yeah. Can you check and see if he's still on that?
Take a look here.
Yeah, we were going to have him come on because he was going to talk about Up. And then I think he wanted to come in and talk, with you, Prophet, about TickerYard as well. And, but the guy's on a whirlwind tour.
Stream's over.
Oh, is it? Let me
their stream's over.
All right, let me bump them and see. Let me bump him and see what if he can come in or not. That way we can get the latest of what's going on. Let me see here. Are you free now? And get any alpha, because we definitely had some questions for him about Up, about these Kenny, what were they called? Agents? Or interns?
Interns.
Yeah, interns. I've missed the captain space this morning. Definitely missed the Rasmer talk about it. So, and then just to get his perspective on what's going to be happening with the Launchpad today and where he sees things going. So if he's not able to come in, I don't blame him. He's bro
has been on top of everything nonstop. It's like the guy doesn't sleep. You know what I mean?
I know. I told him that. I was like, man, you got to stay fucking rested. Yeah. Well, pumping up profit.
A lot of people. I think there's a lot of people that don't fully understand how it all works or why, the price is what it is. So, he's making sure he's getting out there and educating people on, how all the different components work, as well as, Pump coming in here today and explaining how TickerYard is going to work. I mean, this is the type of, education you need to understand fully how these ecosystems work. So, I mean, it's a win-win situation.
Bro, it's all big brain talk. Like Cap said it the other day. He's like, and I've said it. He's been in this space for 4 months, 5 months. Simple Farmer has talking to us on this stage, and half the shit he says, I still don't understand. Half of it I got to go back and listen to.
This last couple months in Web3 is the quietest I've ever been on X Spaces.
I know.
Y'all are just with the galaxy brain shit here lately, man.
Yeah, and every joke or comeback you have that you're trying to slam on someone, it's not even landing because you don't know how to land. You're fucking crashing the plane before it even gets to the runway.
I know how to land just fine, brother. Don't you worry about me.
Whatever. Well, pumping up profit. Is there anything that we did not cover about TickerYard? And is there anything you want to say to everyone in the audience about, the launch today? What the mic's yours, whatever you want.
No, I think thanks for having me here. I think we cover almost, like, there's few things, but I think also, like, we don't have to worry people with lots of information. So let's just enjoy the launch for today. Let's enjoy, the NFTs, the token, and everything, and then in the incoming days, let's enjoy the product that will be, shortly delivered after.
Nice. Yeah, man. I'm excited for it. I'm excited for all the new things that are launching through the Stonkbroker ecosystem as a whole, or Clutch Markets ecosystem. Now, we know there's a TickerYard Telegram. Is this going to be the main source of information moving forward post-launch? Or are you going to open up a Telegram? Like, what are your plans there?
We do have a Telegram that is now, like, closed to the public because there were so many scams that we are trying to set up proper, proper community moderation and everything. Some people, like, are astonishingly good with the bots and scams. So for now, let's just follow the X account. If I reopen the Telegram, if I do anything special, will be always shared there before. So
nice. Okay. Well, good. There we go, Kenny.
I just real quick, I got to say, when the Telegram opened up, the flood of people that came into the TickerYard Telegram was just, it was insane. The activity that was going on in there. So I'm glad you safeguarded it that way, because you never know, people with bad intentions will try to, do nefarious things. So I think it was smart of you guys to kind of pump the brakes on that, just because I'm sure y'all weren't expecting the amount of people to come through as quickly as they did. But again, the stockbroker ecosystem is extremely hot right now, and everybody wants to get in on the next novel play. So it's understandable why there's so much hype around it.
Yeah. It's gonna be a fun day, man. I've already got bags under my eyes. Like, I'm kind of worried about even going to the gym because I feel like I'm gonna miss something. So I think I'm just gonna have my headphones in and make it a fast one and get the fuck in, get out, and be done that way. Well, I don't know if Simple Farmer's coming. If he was coming, we'll get his ass back in here tomorrow. I think we kind of covered most of the things that are going on. If this is your first time in Reality Check, we appreciate you showing up and supporting us. We will have 99.9% of the projects that are launching, on the Stonkbroker Launchpad. Hopefully most of them, especially all the ones that Simple Farmer is designating special projects. We try and get you as much alpha as we can. But I would just say, make sure you are locked the fuck in, because you do not want to miss out on any of these opportunities that are coming our way. So, but yeah,
clocked in. We got to rebrand that.
Got to clock in. Clock in or clock in. Let's clock in. Clock in. Kenny, do you have anything else, bro?
No, I think we covered it all, man.
All right.
Jaron, thanks for coming in, man. It was really nice talking to you. Looking forward, and best of luck on the launch. I will be participating, and I'm looking forward to riding with you guys as we move further into the protocol.
Thanks for everything.
All right, cool. All right, everybody. We will be back tomorrow at 11 a.m. Set your reminders. I'll get a post out tomorrow, and it'll be day one post Launchpad launch. So other than that, everybody have a good day. Yeah, it's going to be exciting. And if you join the Reality Check Discord, we'll probably be in VC or doing something dumb. So just come in there, hang out, and hopefully we can make some money together. Peace. Everybody have a good day.
Bye, everybody.